Okay, so here we go. The very first video on this channel, and we're going to be following the brand new bull cycle of not only Bitcoin, but the entire cryptocurrency market as a whole. So basically everyone who's subscribed to this channel is coming from my main channel known as TheCryptoRealm, obviously. Hey, how's it going? Not sure if you're interested with this kind of thing, but if you are, then you're definitely in the right place. So, I mean, pretty much the whole point behind this is to essentially look at, the future of this new rising technology that we all know and some of us love, called cryptocurrency, which is basically, in my opinion, the future of everything when it comes to, money and stuff in the world. And I personally have, pitched my stakes a lot into it. So therefore, I wanted to have some kind of an outlet to express, my feelings about it, and also the current news happening with it. So yeah, that's pretty much what the crypto realm is going to be. So yeah, if you are here and you're not from my main channel, then welcome. Either way, this is going to be a great time. And I thought I would just get straight into the point for the very first video. There's no exceptions, even if this is our first video. I want to just jump straight into the point of this channel, and that is to pretty much look into the current state of the cryptocurrency market. By the way, if you are on the younger end of the spectrum, like legally you have to be over 18 to invest in the cryptocurrency as far as I know, but if you still are on the younger end of the spectrum, 18 or older, or even younger than that, I would recommend that if you have any interest in, saving your money for the future, go ahead and invest into this. I'm not a financial expert, and I'm not a financial advisor, so, don't take anything I say, anything more than just, a grain of salt. But if I were you, I would start researching into this and, investing into stuff that you want to invest in. So, anyways, to get straight into the very first video, the crypto realm begins. I suppose we should just look at the CoinMarketCap, which is one of the most popular, well-known cryptocurrency market places where monitors the movements of the crypto market, all of the crypto coins on it. And also, it's a good day to start today because it looks like we have a pretty hefty rebound of the price of Bitcoin. Just in the last couple of weeks, we've had not too much love going on with the price. Lots of downward movements. Some people have even started to say that we are no longer in this, what we originally thought was the beginning of a new bull market. Some people are saying this is the end of that and we're starting a new bear market. But I personally feel like it's not that way. As we can see here, we have a very big rebound. The price is definitely taking a, quite a big jump. So last night, I think we hit a low of $7,800, and now we're going up to just around $8,300 at the top of this last candle right here. CoinMarketCap says it's around, $8,271. So that's pretty good, in my opinion. Lots of people wanted to buy even lower than this because the price went up so much. We had this, for the last year, this was historic. It went up so quickly that people were, selling so fast at the same time. And there wasn't really that much, like for myself, there wasn't that much of a, buffering period of where I could actually, drop some money. So I did actually make some foolish mistakes of investing into places like right here and right here. Just thinking what's the worst that could happen? But then, we obviously, or people like me with that kind of mindset, we didn't learn from what happened right here. So... Anyways, that's the current state of Bitcoin, price-wise. And, just to prove that this is the beginning of the next bull cycle, in order to know this, we need to understand one thing, and one thing for certain, that Bitcoin goes in cycles. This is a linear chart. If you're going to logarithmic chart, we can see this is just a pretty good snapshot of the cycles of Bitcoin. So back here, as we'd see, price was... if this chart would actually extend back further, we'd be able to see a pretty clear asymptotical kind of chart going on here. Basically, what that means is kind of like the price goes up and slows down logarithmically, but linearly it goes up exponentially, but over a longer period of time. So this is a pretty good example because this shows all the way to the pretty much the very beginning of when anyone was taking track of Bitcoin's price back here in 2011. This is actually a prediction of which John McAfee, which is a person who pretty much said that he would, well, do something pretty entertaining, to say the least, without me wanting to be demonetized. Not that I even have the ability to be monetized on such a small channel. He would do something pretty crazy if the price of Bitcoin was not at $1 million by the year 2020. If you want my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to be at $1 million in 2020. It's definitely going to be higher than what it is now, but I do not think it's going to be that high. If we go back to the trading view, we can search all the way back here to the beginning. This is, all the way back here. This goes all the way back to 2012, or at least the beginning of 2012, end of 2011. So we see these different cycles here, right? And this is pretty apparent because this just keeps happening over and over again. And when I was brand new to the cryptocurrency space, I first got in right about here when I first started learning. And actually, one of the first people that got me interested in cryptocurrency was a YouTuber who's very popular now, not from cryptocurrency, but he used to talk a lot about cryptocurrency, called Mr. Beast. And I'm pretty sure he still is interested in that, but he doesn't really make any updates or videos about that anymore anywhere else. But that's where I first started learning about it, so I am relatively new to this. I've only been doing this for about 2.5 years, but I have learned and studied this. And when I was first getting into it right here, I studied this, and I was like, you know what? This looks awfully similar to what happened right here. In fact, it's the exact same thing. So I used that to, try to go off the analogy. History doesn't entirely repeat itself, but it does definitely rhyme, and that is exactly what's going on here. So last peak, which was January or December 2013, close to January 2014, we hit basically $1,200. Now right here we hit $20,000 for the peak of the 2018-2017 bull market. As you can see right here, after we recovered from this extreme correction, we had a large consolidation period, and then we started building our way back up. But before we did that, we had some pretty big jumps, and then corrections, and then jumps and corrections. Now, I think that's exactly what's going on here. This is a jump, and we're correcting. However, if we actually just take a look at some of the support lines, we could still see that we are going upwards. This is still a solid support level right here. And quite frankly, I feel like it would be very unlikely for us to not continue to follow this. Some people were looking at the short term and being, a little bit more skeptical about that, saying stuff like, "Oh, this is the end of a negative triangle right here." So if we draw one more line, if I could actually do that here, we could see like negative triangle, and that always means something bearish. So the price would drop, and they were right. But we can't take short-term measures, too far into our consideration, because the hodlers are way more extreme this time around than they were back here. The volume is at an all-time high, as we can see, and quite frankly, when it comes to the entirety of the market, all coins are doing very good due to the bounce that we had today, the rebound that we had, and to pretty much end off this video, I just kind of want to explain my favorite cryptocurrencies and the reason why I like them so much. I have a lot in XRP. Well, actually, that's a lie. I don't have a lot in XRP. I actually just got all of them out of XRP. But if I could instantly put any amount of money into this, I would put it into XRP, because I feel like that project is basically on the track to passing Bitcoin itself. And I do like Litecoin, and that's mainly because Litecoin is a very it's a prestigious project that pretty much enhances Bitcoin itself. Some people have said it's the silver to Bitcoin's gold. It solves a lot of the problems that Bitcoin has itself. So therefore, its success is very much linked to Bitcoin's success. Lots of people don't really, like Litecoin, or lots of people don't really seem to take Litecoin into consideration that much. But I really do like the fact that it has these big halving periods right here. It's a great way to make, at the very least, some quick money with that. So. But my official list of all the coins that I invest in right now is, I have the main holding in Bitcoin, and then I have Litecoin, and I am planning on going a little bit more into XRP. Ethereum, not so much, even though I do definitely think that there is a lot of, future for that, because this is the building blocks of all of the cryptocurrencies. The Ethereum network basically allows all the other cryptocurrencies to, or a lot of them at least, to be built into, what we see today. It's kind of like the, the breeding ground for cryptocurrencies. So, it's pretty much indicative of the success of the market itself. And yeah, all these other coins right here we can get into another day, but as of right now, I'm out of time. I don't want to make the first video on this YouTube channel to be the longest one. But yeah, solid support, clear repeating of this pattern. We are just exponentially going up. Logarithmically, seems like we're slowing down, but each cycle takes a longer amount of time to build up to its peak. So that's why it looks like that. But, regardless, we are definitely in for another big bull market into the future, and that's why I feel like it's time for me to, start commentating about it. And, yeah, so as of right now, if it wouldn't ask me to sign up, don't worry, I'll do that later, man. I guess I'll just leave this on this page. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we'll hit 100,000 Bitcoin price, maybe within the next 2 years. I'm going to say by 2021. And if you are interested in this channel and you somehow not subscribed and you're watching this video, well, make sure you just go ahead and do that, because why not? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.